Hey girls, so this line's kind of off. Um, it's really cloudy out, but I'm gonna do this anyway. So I am 19 weeks pregnant today, and that's surreal. um, yeah, in a week I'm gonna be halfway through the pregnancy. In fact, I could already be halfway done depending on when I deliver. So, um, shock. It's just yeah, like my husband and I had to go up to the courthouse yesterday to get our tags updated for our license plate because they were due for renewal. Ew, there's a bug. Okay. Um, and I was kind of like waddling up the stairs and having issues with them, and Mark's like, "Come on!" And I said, "What do you expect? I'm almost 5 months pregnant." And I had to think about that for a second. I was like, "Wait, I'm almost 5 months pregnant. When did that happen?" It's just been really exciting, and it's still really surreal and unreal to me. Even though like baby's always moving, well, not right now. I think he's asleep right now. But baby is almost always moving, and there's so many kicks and nudges and rolls and all this other stuff. And I've got this belly now that I didn't have before. Like I always had a belly because I'm fat, but like even more so than usual. And it's just like this has really happened. I'm really sitting here recording my 19-week pregnancy vlog. I can't believe it. Um, but yeah, so today baby is the size of a mango. I don't really completely understand those like the bump fruit pictures because it says the baby's like 6 inches long, and I've never seen a 6 inch long mango personally. I don't know, maybe our stores here just have really small mangoes, but yeah, I've never seen one that big. So if you've seen a mango that big, please comment down below because I find that really interesting. But yeah, 6 inches long and some number of ounces. Hold on. Oh, I should have looked. 8.5 ounces. I don't know how much that is in pounds. Something I read said the baby was like half a pound, so maybe that's how much it is. I don't know. I'm not good with stuff like that. But anyway, symptoms this past week. Really haven't had many. I've had some back pain again, but not really too bad. I have had to start sleeping with a body pillow, um, just because otherwise I wake up with terrible back pain just because my body isn't supported like it used to be, because I've got this belly sticking out and it's just an odd shape. But I do find myself waking up on my back quite a few times, and I wake up like 10 times a night to go pee. Not even exaggerating. It's like a constant thing. Practically just oozes out. No. I go to the bathroom and it's like nothing comes out. Yeah. But anyway, I wake up to go to the bathroom and I'm on my back. And I feel really bad about that because the whole reason why they don't want you on your back while pregnant is, one, it can pinch nerves, and there are nerves in your back where if they're pinched and arteries are pinched, it could actually be fatal, and not just to the baby but to you. So they really don't want you on your back. But the big thing is I mean, there's a small chance of that, but there's a pretty good chance that lying on your back you could deplete blood to the uterus, and depleting blood to the uterus depletes blood flow to the placenta, and no blood flow to the placenta means no oxygen for the baby, no nutrients for the baby. So, I mean, it's really important to sleep on your side, and they recommend left side because that opens up the artery that flows directly to the uterus. So I'm trying to sleep on my left side. And that's the side I've got my pillow on and everything. But I do find that I've been waking up on my back a lot. So I do think I'm going to go and get more pillows. That way I can prop them behind me. That way whenever like I try to flip while I sleep, I can't because there's pillows behind me. But I don't know. I might wake up and they may be on the floor. We'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I might have to just like carve a human figurine out of styrofoam and sleep in that, so that I'm stuck like that. um, but yeah, just a little bit of back pain. Um, I had nausea like at the beginning of the 18th week, but I think that was because of the fact that I had all those glucose tests and I was just feeling icky. I haven't really felt as hot as I used to, like with hot flashes and stuff like that. It's actually been kind of chilly, but I do live in the north, but still. Um, I didn't think I would respond to the cold this early, and I think it's just such sensitivity to the heat and the cold, so that's been going on. My boobs have been, like, burning almost. Like, they have this burning sensation. And, like, they don't right now. They're just kind of there right now. But it was like, there was a day there where I swore my nipples had to be on fire because they burnt so bad. Like, to the point where I was about in tears because they just hurt. And so I thought that was funny. And of course, you know, I went through the trouble of turning my computer speakers off so you wouldn't hear Facebook in the background, and then my phone goes off. How about that? Sorry. Well, let's do this. Yes, I have a very, very cheap phone. Flip phone. Yeah, okay. But yeah, boobs were burning. Let's see what else. Peeing all the time. Can't really think of anything else that's been going on as far as that. Oh, tired absolutely all the time. More so than I have been all, like, throughout my pregnancy. Like, I can literally sleep 12 hours at night and still want to take a dozen naps during the day. My house is a mess right now because all I wanted to do yesterday was sleep. So I woke up at like 9. I took Mitchell to the Boys and Girls Club because he's been a handful lately, and if you follow me on Facebook, you know what's been going on there. So we took him there. Well, I took him there because it gives him a chance to play and everything, and it gives me a chance to be by myself. And so took him there, and then I went straight to bed and slept until noon, which was good because then as soon as we picked him up after Mark got off work, he had baseball and swimming, so it was a busy evening with him. Let's see. Gestational diabetes update is my clinic is on crack. So, they called me yesterday. Yesterday morning I had to take in my sugars, so after I dropped Mitchell off, I first ran and dropped off my sugars. They gave me this little sheet. Hold on. I think I have a copy of it. Okay. They gave me this little sheet. It looks like this. And this one obviously hasn't been wrote on. To keep track of my sugars. And so they want me to fill it out and then take it in once a week. So I took it in for the first time yesterday, and I got a call from them at 4:30. Sorry if you hear sirens in the background. But I got a call from them at 4:30, and they were like, well, your sugars seem really low, so we need you to bring in your meter so we can make sure it's not broken. We need to test it. I was like, okay. So I looked up like how they would test a meter and everything because I'd never heard of them doing that. And I found that there's two ways of testing a meter, and that is there's a special fluid that you can buy specific to your meter, and you just basically test it like you would blood, and it has an exact number of sugar levels in that drop, and if it reads perfectly with what it's supposed to, then your meter's working. Another way is to for the clinic to take your blood, and then you take your little prick and test that at the same time, and then they compare the two, and if they're pretty close to the same, then they assume your meter's working. So I was expecting one of the two. No, I go in and they go through my meter's history and compare it with what I wrote down. So it wasn't that they thought my meter was broken, they thought that I was full of shit. Sorry about the language, but I'm half frustrated and half completely amused by this. Because basically, they should have just said on the phone yesterday, hey, we don't believe that these are your real numbers, bring in your meter so we can call you a liar. And so they went through my meter and compared it to my numbers. They were the same. All except there were a few that weren't written down. But if you follow me on Facebook, you also know that when I first got the meter and I was seeing how low my readings were, I thought something was wrong. So, and I had only been eating carbs. I don't have much sugar. I'm just not a big sugar person. So I had like really sugary snack. I had like a bunch of packets of fruit snacks, and those things have a ton of sugar in them. And I waited, and then I tested, and it spiked right up. And so, of course, she asked about that one, like, oh, you know, we caught her, we caught her. And I explained it, and she's like, oh. And so she keeps going through. And they all matched up, except for the couple that I hadn't written down where I was just testing my meter. And I just thought it was funny because it was like she was looking for a way to catch me in a lie. And it just didn't happen because my numbers, I mean, I didn't need to embellish them because they were all okay. Um, but I realized what she had done, that they were just basically wanting to make sure that I wasn't lying about my numbers. And so I just kind of looked at her with a smug look on my face and I said, so is my meter working? And she's like, yep, seems to be fine. Why don't you bring in your sugars again on Tuesday? I was like, okay, well, you guys better not. I didn't say this, but I was thinking you guys better not ask me to bring my meter again. Yeah, so I just thought that was funny. So I've only had one number that's actually been out of range from normal eating. I'm not talking about the numbers whenever I was testing to see if sugar would make it spike. I'm talking like my normal everyday type of carb choices. I've only had one number spike, and that was on a night that we had pizza. So basically we won't be having pizza again during the pregnancy. And I mean, Mark and I, it was clear to us, because obviously we don't want foods that spike up my blood sugar, because that's putting the baby at danger. So that's what the importance of marking it down and marking what I ate for that meal, because then I know what's caused it and I can avoid that food. So we are avoiding pizza now because obviously it was just too much for my body to handle and too much for my body to digest. But yeah, other than that, my sugars have been great. They've been perfect, spot on. And obviously my clinic knows that now too, and hopefully they won't pull that crap again. But yeah, that's what is going on, and I don't really think there's anything else that I need to say. No. So, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, comment down below. Um, yeah. Do you want to say hi to Puppy? Say hi. Say hi. Oh, she's taking my ear. My boobies. Yeah. Okay. Ending this on a cute note, and I'm not talking about me, am I? No. No. Alright. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.